Hi, I'm Nina Simone. I'm dropping in just for a quick moment because I wanted to drop something in your spirit, and it's concerning peace. When we think about spiritual warfare, we often think about prayer, fasting, speaking scripture, and standing against the enemy. Now, those are all important, but I want to remind you of something that many parents overlook, and that's peace. Peace is a strategy, not just a feeling, not just something we hope to have, but peace is a strategy that God gives us in the middle of battle. When something happens with our prodigal child, our first reaction is often panic. Maybe they send a text that upsets us, or they make another poor decision again. And immediately our mind goes to worst case scenarios and we feel the pressure to do something, right? But panic is a terrible decision maker. Panic often causes us to react instead of respond. And how many of you know we want to respond, not react? Panic causes us to speak before we've prayed. Panic causes us to push or pressure them or lecture and sometimes make situations worse. That is one reason the enemy works so hard to steal our peace. If he can get you emotionally stirred up, he can get you distracted from hearing God's wisdom. But when you remain peaceful, you create a space to hear God clearly. And then you can pray before reacting. You can seek wisdom before speaking. You can respond from faith instead of fear. Peace protects your judgment. It protects your emotions and your ability to hear God. That is why peace is not weakness, it's a strategy. So the next time something happens with your prodigal child and you feel panic, trying to rise up, pause before you react. And I want you to pray before you speak. Seek God before you respond. Remember that not every situation requires an immediate response. Sometimes the most powerful thing you can do is remain anchored in God's peace while everyone else is operating in fear. Peace is not passive, peace is a strategy. It's a strategy that God gives you for the battle you're facing. So remember, remain in peace.